teacher. I help people get their insurance licenses with my insurance course. Oh, I did not fix this thing, so you're probably reading this backwards. But this says insuranceexamcourse.com. That is my site, guys. That is where you can go sign up for my insurance exam course. What do you get with my course? For 60 days, you will be getting videos, PDFs, insurance exam practice questions for the life and the health, and we will be studying live in a Saturday class every single Saturday. So today I had one this morning, last Saturday I had another one, and it's basically going to be ongoing until further notice. So anyways, guys, yes, that is what I'm doing. That is what I do. I'm also an insurance agent. Hey, Sammy. Hey, Sam. Hi, how are y'all? Welcome everybody. I'm Vienna, the insurance exam teacher. I help people get their insurance licenses. I help them get started in the insurance industry in certain states. If you are absolutely not in any given company or whatnot, but you're interested, I can help you get started for free. So let me know, guys. Thank you, Sammy, for all of the likes. Oh, wow, we're at 92 already. I think this is the fastest we've gotten, or the most amount of likes and hearts I've gotten right off the bat. That is awesome. Hey there, Rosie Pink. How are y'all? I am Vienna. I am the insurance exam teacher. I help people get their insurance licenses quick within 2 weeks with my insurance exam course. I do tutoring as well, one-on-one on Join. Welcome, y'all. Welcome joining the live, everybody. Hi, I am Vienna. I meant on Zoom. My classes, my one-on-one sessions are live on Zoom. One-on-one, I provide study material. I break everything down super easy to understand, super simple, right down to the bit of information you need. Thank you all for the likes. 392. I think, like always ever, this is the most amount of likes I've ever gotten this quickly. Oh, wow, it's going up. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Y'all are amazing. Welcome, everybody. So, guys, whatever questions you have about the insurance exam, feel free to drop them into the chat. I'm here to answer your questions. If you are studying a specific topic, we'll talk about that topic. If you just have questions about the insurance industry, you're curious about it, you have questions, you want to join, or you're not sure, you're thinking about joining, if you want a part-time job, I actually started in the insurance industry part-time. Thank y'all. We're at 572. Let's see if we can get it up to 1,000. So I actually joined the insurance industry forever ago when I was like 19, and then I did it for about 2.5 years. Then I left. Then I went and became a teacher. So I was a full-time school teacher for the past, I did teaching for 14.5 years, and then 2022 is my last year. So I haven't been teaching for a little bit. I'm not teaching now, but I am doing insurance, and I'm doing this as well, where I help people get their licenses, and I love it, y'all. It's so awesome, the freedom that's come with it, because before, when I was teaching, I literally had to be there. I'd wake up in the morning, 7:30, leave my house, go to school, leave at like 4:30 or whatnot, and come back. Hey there, welcome, Mary. Welcome, and then just get home. And given my specific position, I had a shitload of paperwork to do. Now, all teachers do, but I was a special ed teacher too. So that's extra paperwork that comes along with that specific job. Hey there, welcome, y'all. Welcome to the chat. So feel free to drop all of your questions. I cannot sleep right now. It's 1:13 where I'm at. Where is it where y'all are at? We can talk about insurance. We can talk about anything else you may have on your mind. So again, what I do, I help people get their insurance licenses, insuranceexamcourse.com. Thank you. I have somebody asking to go live with me. I'm not looking for people to go live with me right now, but we can definitely chat, guys. So thank y'all for that. And hey guys, welcome Ramona, welcome Sarai. So feel free to ask your questions, guys. What insurance questions do y'all have? Are any of y'all on here studying for the exam? What are you having trouble with? Let's talk about these different topics and information. Do any of y'all on here already have your insurance license? Are there any of my former students on here? How are y'all tonight, guys? Thank y'all for joining. Welcome. So, Invite more friends. Oh, okay, guys. So go ahead and share this live, y'all. Please do me that favor and share the live with anybody you think may like it, may want to come on. Thank you. Oh my God, we're at 1,000 likes. So exciting, y'all. Thank you for the share. I just saw somebody shared it. Thank y'all. So feel free to drop your questions. What questions do y'all have? I help people pass the insurance exam. I've been doing it for 4.5 years, and I also am an insurance agent. So I help people mainly and mostly with their pension plan. So if you have 401k you want to know about, if you have a pension that you want to learn about, if you are just curious about how much you would have to pay for your insurance plan or which one would be best for you, feel free and go up here to my face. Schedule a 15-30-minute chat with me, and we can definitely talk about all of those things. And if you all want to talk about any of that right now, feel free to drop those questions into the comments section. Okay, so is there a difference between an agent and a broker? Hey there, you sir. I'm just going to say 256. Yes, there is a difference between being an agent and being an insurance broker. An insurance agent, for your test purposes, if you're asking about the test or just in general, think about it as this. Agent, the letter agent starts with the A. Agent can work for a company, so only one company. That means if you represent National Life Group, you can only work with National Life Group. If you represent Geico, you can only work with Geico and no other company. Agent, a company. B, broker, company A and B. So brokers can sell for and represent many different companies. And they can, typically when you hear an insurance agent say, oh, I represent 30 companies, I represent 60 companies, which they can because certain companies set it up to where their contracts, they have the opportunity to contract with all of these different companies, whether you're totally independent or whether you go through an IMO or whatnot, you can contract with many companies if you are a broker. I personally am a broker myself, and I always get like kind of this side-eye type of feeling when people are like, oh, I represent 60 companies. And you're just like, okay, whatever, bro. Like, cool. Only because once you're in the industry, once you're learning, you're going to come to learn maybe 3 to 5 companies at most. Most agents like really learn 3 to 5 companies that they really like to work with and that they really enjoy. So yes, to answer your question, there is a difference. Agents represent one company, brokers represent a lot. So in my opinion, it's better to be a broker because that way you have more options, more companies that you can help people with. Great question. So what other questions y'all have for me, guys? I'm scrolling through, just trying to see if I have any more questions. Welcome, everybody. But yes, so thank you for the follow. I'm going to follow you back. So what other questions y'all have for me, guys? Feel free to follow me, click my face up here, check out my resources, check out my profile. I have several resources where I help people, and I also have a YouTube channel. Feel free to find me on YouTube. I am the insurance exam teacher. Same name as here is going to be the same name on my YouTube, and I do have that linked up on my profile as well. I have several videos where I go into deep dive details of what the concepts are that you need to know for the test, how to go about studying for them, how to go about learning on them, about them. I also have different resources if you go up here that you can kind of scroll through. But I do have an insurance class, insuranceexamcourse.com. For 60 days, we jump on a live Saturday class. So it's as many classes as we get in 2 months. And why do I only give 60 days? Not only, I don't want you to be studying for 60 days. I don't want y'all stuck in study mode. You do not need 90 days. You do not need more than that. You need 2 weeks. I help people pass the test in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, you study, you take your exam, you pass your exam, and then you go and you start making money. If you're studying for 60 days, you're not making money for 60 days, and I don't want that. So my goal is always to get y'all making money, which means you've already passed your exam and you're working with your state and everything in 60 days. Under 60 days, I'm sorry. So that's why I give 60 days. But you're going to get the platform with the questions and all that. I'm scrolling through my live, trying to see my comments, y'all. So drop your comments down below, guys, but you're going to get all of this. Every Saturday we jump on a live class. So today I had one earlier today. They do get to see the recordings of those of the previous classes. They get the videos, the PDFs, practice questions where I break down, and I mean break down. I was a teacher for 14 years, so I know how to pass a test. I know how to get people to pass an exam. So we look at the question, the scenario, whatever it may be. It may be about annuities. It may be about whole life insurance. It may be about term or a specific law. Maybe it's about the ACA law. And then I tell them, okay, this is what the question says, how to identify what the actual question is looking for and actually asking you. And then we look at the questions, the answers. One thing that they do sometimes, they'll give you a scenario. You need to make sure you're looking at the past tense versus the present versus the future tense of a question and how they word a specific answer. You may have identical answers. A, B, and C may look the same. One is in the past, one is in the future, and one is in the present tense. Depending on what the question is actually asking you will determine how to go about answering that question. Then you'll have like D that's totally weird and a funky answer and not anything that you should be even considering or thinking is a possible answer for that exam, right? Or that specific question. So those little things to know to look out for are things people don't really realize and don't know, and this is costing them points on the test. So I always tell them, and I train my students and I teach them, you need to make sure you're looking for those things. So those are some of the things we like do and that we look at and all of that. So guys, again, insurance exam course, if you're interested, go to insuranceexamcourse.com. I do one-on-one tutoring sessions. Those are 1 hour long. I do provide study materials, the testing strategies, all of that. And the testing strategies and study strategies I give, I am actually telling you what to do to remember the information, to learn the information. I'm not telling you go sleep and make sure you're well rested, because some people like me, if I sleep before a test or whatever, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to be tired. Or for the example, if I eat something forever ago when I was studying to be a teacher, I did not go to school, to college to become a teacher. I did an alternative certification program. And I needed to do 4 professional exams in order to get my full certification. So for my English, my ESL, because I was teaching English in high school from 9 to 12, I studied a lot. Everybody made me nervous. It would piss me off because everybody in my class, and not in my class, the other teachers in my hallway, oh, don't worry, when you fail it, don't feel bad about it. Everybody here took like 2 times to pass it minimum. And then they're like, oh, I only took 4 times to pass the test. I didn't want to fucking take 4 times. That test was $150 each time. I was like, hell no, I'm going to figure out how to pass it. And that's the same thing that people do with the insurance exam and other professional exams. Guys, you do not need to be taking these exams several times. That is the worst advice I've ever heard people tell me. And people up here, uplines, insurance managers are out here telling people, oh, who cares? Go take it again and again and again if you can. Certain states have limits. You would only be able to take it about 3 times. So if you do not study, you paid $150 because the insurance exam costs about $50 to $57 per state, just depending where you're at. A couple of states may be a little bit higher than that, but on average, we're going to look at like $55 for your insurance license. So let's say that you've paid about $150 for 3 times, right? And then the state goes, sorry, you failed it 3 times. Now you're going to go ahead and have to wait 6 months before you can take it again. That's what they did with the English test. Let me see. JB, hey there, life insurance education, suggestions for CFA. This okay, is very hard. So for CFA, I have an ebook with specific testing strategies, and I fully and wholeheartedly believe, and I'd love to talk to you. So it says life insurance education. JB, go ahead and DM me and let's chat. I'd love to see what it is you do. Are we doing something similar? Do you also help people with the test? And then, so doesn't matter the topic though that you're studying. It comes down to learning what type of a study, what type of a learner are you? Are you auditory? Are you visual? And then using specific techniques and tricks to help you study to that specific type of learner style, and then layering the different types of techniques and tips. So if you are an auditory learner, I want you to be recording yourself. Like, audio doesn't have to be video like this. Your voice explaining the concepts, reading your notes, and then listening to that again and again. Because when it's our own voice, we automatically snap to attention. We're going to be like, wait, what did I say? Right? And now we're going to be listening. And not only have you already said it, you've studied once, but you're listening to yourself explaining a concept or an idea, even if it's just reading it off of already like written down notes and not your own handwriting. That's going to help you internalize it, learn it, memorize it better. That way, next time you need it, you already said it. And guess what? In your head, it's going to be your own voice telling you that. So again, that's one tip. And if you write down your own notes, read your own notes to you, and you record that again and again, listen to it, that is one very powerful tip. Another tip that I tell people when you are studying for an important test, pick a scent that normally is not around your area or on you. So if you have a cologne or a perfume that you really enjoy wearing, let's say it's cinnamon. For me, I like the smell of cinnamon. I love it. It's my favorite. And it's not my typical, right? My typical is called Champagne Toast, which is kind of like a flowy, kind of airy scent. But cinnamon is very different from that. So when I sit down to study, when I really want to focus, I'm going to put cinnamon on myself because I know my brain is triggered now. I'm smelling cinnamon. I'm going to be studying. So if you're studying for that CFA exam and you smell cinnamon, for example, and of course you can use any scent you like. Next time you smell cinnamon, your brain's automatically going to go, oh, cinnamon. The last time I did this, I was talking about this concept and this idea. So those are two like tips that are very powerful. CFP, CLU, a lot of letters, CH, but CFA is brutal one, and I am bad at overall volume retention. Okay, so I do have my testing ebook and my study strategy ebook. If you click on my face, or if you want to go ahead and DM me, I can DM you the specific link for it. But I have several, I have an ebook with several study strategies and study routines that if you start implementing them, maybe 3 of them, and then maybe start from there, it'll help you with memory retention. So for example, that scent, like go to the Dollar Tree and get a little like scent that you can roll on your arm. Okay. You too. I hope you have a lovely weekend. But those are 2, the ones that I just shared are 2 very simple study strategies and routines that you can start doing and using to help you with that retention of that information. But definitely DM me and we can chat about it, and I will send you that link as well so you can get some more of those study strategies. And I hope you have a really good weekend. Thank you for the questions. But yes, guys, so again, studying is super important. I really believe that no matter what subject your exam is, whether you want to be a real estate agent, whether you want to be an insurance agent, whether you are studying for the CFP or the Series 6 or any of those exams, doesn't matter, or becoming a teacher, whatever it is, it comes down to the study strategies, because that routine is going to help you actually memorize the information. And y'all do not need a month or even more than that. You need about 2 weeks. If you like do this part-time, every now and then where you can do it. Like sometimes for people, I get it, we have obligations, full-time jobs, it's side hustles for some of us. You can go ahead and get this done within 4 weeks. More than that, you're not making money. You're in that study mode phase, and I don't want people in that phase. So going back to my story, guys, when I was becoming a teacher, so the day of my English exam, they give us 5 hours for that fucking test. And I will never, I'm like, damn. Anyways, we get 5 hours for this test because you get 100 questions, just random concepts of literature, English, things like that. Then we have to write an entire essay. No, 2 essays. So you got to write 2 essays. Then you read a story, a pretty long story, kind of like those school exams, the state exams, the TEKS and all of that, with 20 questions. So it's already 120 multiple choice questions, 2 essays, and then it was also a couple of short paragraph questions you had to answer. So they gave you 5 hours, and it's a long test, but that's basically what the time was allotted for it. It made sense. I get in there. So the whole night before, I did not sleep. I was too wired. I was worried and nervous because all of my coworkers, and I'm talking all 22 English teachers in that hallway, and I taught at a high school, would come up to me. Only 2 of them said that they passed the test the first time. Out of 22 people, okay, I was 22, 21 of them said, out of 21 people, only 2 English teachers who went to college for fucking English teaching said they passed this test on the first time. Everybody else was coming up to me like, oh, don't worry when you fail it. You're going to fail it. It took me like 3 times. Well, I don't want it to take me that long. So anyways, I was nervous and I was worried. And then to top it off, my former vice principal at the time, maybe a week and a half before the actual exam date, it was like it was whatever it was called when the parents come to visit and stuff. I was like, oh, I'm good. I'm going to be going and taking the test next week, and I'm practice testing. I'm doing good. I am getting like 250s or whatever, and the passing score was a 265. So I told him, I was like, I'm consistently testing at 250, 265, 270. And I think at that point I'd already tested at 270 twice. And I told him I planned on taking the practice test maybe 2 more times. He goes, oh, that's cool. Well, you need a 290 though to pass it. I was freaking out. I was like, what? Not true. Not true. But anyways, I didn't double check the statement. It just freaked me out. I started studying. So that night I was nervous as hell. I did not sleep. The testing center was an hour and a half away drive from where I was at. My mom was like, you didn't sleep. So she could see me that I shouldn't have been driving. She drove me to the testing center right before we got there. She goes, you need to eat something. It's a 5-hour test. I was like, no, if I eat, I'm going to fall asleep. And they always say, right? That's like the generic testing tip that they give us. Oh, make sure you eat a good breakfast. Make sure you're not feeling hungry. Make sure that you're awake and alert and whatever, right? But it doesn't apply to every single person. I told my mom, me and her argued where it was like, if I eat something now, I'm going to pass out. I'm going to fall asleep, because you know yourself. If that happens to you like it happens to me, then don't eat before you go into your test. If you are not a morning person, like I am not a morning person, then don't do what I did and schedule your test in the morning at 7 a.m. So anyways, we go to McDonald's. I grabbed a biscuit, whatever, went into the testing center, did 20 questions, passed out, fell asleep, and then I woke up with like 35 minutes or so on the clock. I slept for about 3.5, almost 4 hours straight in a 5-hour test. I did 20 questions. I woke up. I was like, fuck. I still had 80 more questions, just random questions to do. I had the 2 essays to complete. I also had the 3 short answer things, the actual story to read, and then extra questions on that story. I typed so fast and answered the questions so quickly. I'm surprised I did not break the mouse. I'm surprised I did not break that keyboard, because I swear I was typing and typing. I was furiously typing, and I was so upset. I literally finished the test with like a few seconds on the clock, but I always said, just putting something is better than leaving it blank because, hey, I also paid for the stupid test, right? So anyways, I left there. I was very mad. I told the proctor, why didn't you wake me up or nudge me, whatever? He goes, I don't care. It's not my test. It's not my fault. That's on you, you know? And he kind of had a point. So I tell my students, don't let this happen to you. Make sure that you're going in prepared to the testing center. If y'all are testing at home, make sure, again, if you're not a morning person, like I'm not a morning person, don't schedule your test in the morning. Make sure you schedule your test in like your peak hours. I don't know about right now, but 2 years ago, I taught a student who said that he was scheduling his test at 2 a.m. in the morning because he's like, I'm a night owl, like the rest of us, because it's like 1:30 a.m. right now, right? So him being a night owl, he's like, hey, there's a possibility for me to take the test at 2 in the morning. I'm going to do it. So he did it. He passed it like that, which was awesome. And I was super surprised. But at the time, we were being allowed in Texas to do the test at home. So that was super cool. I was like, cool, we can take the test at all hours of the day, which makes sense because it's online. But at a testing center, of course, we got to go during their hours and all of that and make sure that we schedule it correctly. So that's another tip, guys, that I have for you all. Make sure that you schedule your exam for a time when you know you're awake, for a time when you know that you are alert. And if you're not doing that, then I don't know what to tell y'all, because that's one of the basic things. If I know that I'm not a morning person, hey there, welcome, then I'm not scheduling something important super, super early unless I really have to. That day, given the fact that my drive was an hour and a half away from the testing center, and given the fact that it was a 5-hour test and everything else, I said if I go any later than that, given what they had available, because I think it was like 1 p.m. and whatever, I'm going to come home kind of late, and I didn't want to be doing that. So I decided to schedule it. I had no other choice. But had I had the option, I would have probably scheduled myself to start at like 10 a.m. or 9 a.m. It just wasn't a situation that I could do at that time, right? But if you have the ability to schedule yourself, like my one student who said, hey, I'm a night owl and I can schedule it at 2 a.m. I know I'm going to be awake and alert, and I'm going to be able to sit down. It's going to be quiet. The kids are asleep in the other room and all of that, and I can have the time to sit down and do my test. Then awesome. And he did that, worked out for him, passed it right away. And that is like one thing, again, that I always tell people, like, hey, if you want to do it at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m., it's totally up to you. Just make sure you're not falling asleep on the keyboard like I did. But yes, so guys, feel free to drop your questions into the comment section. So whatever questions y'all have about insurance, how the insurance industry works, what we do in the insurance industry, whatever the question is, if it's related to the test, drop it in. If it's related to just the industry itself or the business, feel free to drop that in as well. So guys, feel free. Excuse me, y'all. I feel lately like I've been coming down with the sniffles, but I also have allergies really bad. And I don't know if y'all have been seeing all this craziness, because I'm totally on conspiracy TikTok too. But there's like fog going around, and this morning and yesterday here in San Antonio, there was a lot of fog outside. I walked outside, I was like, is this the crazy weird fog that everybody's like talking about and wondering about and saying all these things? And then they're saying they're feeling sick and headaches and whatever. Anyways, I didn't really experience anything. I've been kind of coughing here and there throughout the day, but I'm always coughing. I have real bad allergies and everything. And in my videos, it comes out and everything else too. So I didn't experience anything weird, but I did wonder if that was like the mysterious fog that's supposedly going around from the drones and all that, or the Dior bags. And that's another thing too, that I was like, why is my feed suddenly people full of talking about Dior bags? And I just realized yesterday I saw a post and I'm like, oh, that's what they're talking about. That's what that means. Anyways, back to insurance, y'all. So where can you sign up for my course? InsuranceExamCourse.com. That is where you can sign up for either one-on-one sessions with me. My one-on-one sessions are an hour long. I provide the PDFs with the study material for your life and health insurance exam. We can also set up a time to chat if you want to talk to me first and figure out which course would be good for you. I do have 2 courses and it's not included in here, but this is my basic course, right? So in my basic course for 60 days, you are going to get the live insurance classes, the practice questions, the PDFs, the videos, the live Saturday classes as well. We meet 9 a.m. to 12 noon Central every single Saturday. And then the testing strategies, like I just talked about a little while ago for a minute. And then you're also going to get the testing strategies as well. So those are the things we talk about. Those are the things that we get and all of that. Now, that is my basic exam course. Again, guys, sorry. If you also want a one-on-one session on top of that, that is my tutoring course. I didn't include that in here. I completely forgot. But you also have the option to get all of this, plus my insurance exam course. That one is my tutoring course because we also do the one tutoring session. Hey, KK, welcome. Welcome, Amber. How are y'all? So with that tutoring course, guys, you get all of this right here. Then you also get, hey there, welcome. Thank y'all for the likes. Thank you, Amber. Where are y'all from? Where are you from, KK and Miss Amber? So, I'm sorry, y'all. My allergies are kicking my butt right now. But, again, so my tutoring course, guys, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get for 60 days, we get on the live Saturday classes every Saturday from 9 to 12. And then we also get the videos, the PDFs, the practice questions, and all of that as well. Okay, so welcome, Louisiana. I am in Texas, so we're practically neighbors. And then Idaho. Miss KK, what part of Louisiana are you from? Okay, is this for property and casualty? No, so I help people with the life and the health insurance license right now. I do have a PDF with testing strategies that will help you study for the property and casualty exam. The testing strategies ebook says life insurance, of course, because that's what I mostly help people with, but they're applicable to any exam you're taking. I've helped people pass their real estate exams and their Series 6 exams with those testing strategies. So if you want to check out that ebook, it is linked up here. And if you press on my face and scroll down a little bit, it'll say testing strategies ebook. Do you already have your life and health license? Are you brand new to the industry? And Miss Kate, what part of Louisiana are you from? So my ex-boyfriend actually was from Louisiana, so I used to travel up there a lot all the time. Where was it? Leesville. That is where he was from. Hey there. Welcome, John. How are you? Are you familiar or close by to Leesville, Miss KK? Oh, wow, that's awesome. 16 years in property and casualty and health. That is awesome. And for the SIE, I have helped people on a one-on-one basis for that one. I don't have a whole course for it and all of that, but we can definitely talk about how we can work together and how I can kind of help you with that one as well. So do you sell life insurance also? Or because I don't see that listed on there, but for you, Miss Amber. How are you, John? Oh, that's awesome. So you're a whole and life, yeah. So you're like a one-stop shop. That's real good. And then adding that Series 6 license would only make you even like more comprehensive service type of thing. That's super cool. So 16 years. What company are you with, Miss Amber? Yes, I love that. And hey, Gabriella, welcome. Allstate. Okay, awesome. I've tutored a couple of people from Allstate. About a year ago, there were two girls that they were brand new. They were barely going to start in the insurance industry and they wanted to study together. They were like BFFs and all that. And I was just like, yeah, definitely. So we would sit down and we would study together, and they both went and they studied and passed their tests and stuff. I didn't keep up with them. I reached out to one of them some time ago and then I didn't hear anything back. So I don't know if they're still with Allstate or still doing insurance and stuff, but they were from Houston. They were in an office in Houston. But I freaking love it. I do. I will probably be getting my property and casualty license in a couple of months. I still haven't fully decided to do it, only because I really do like annuities and life insurance. And I feel like, you know what, I'm really good with these and I really like them. I don't really feel the need to add extra right now, but maybe later on down the road. And thank you for the like. So I'm about to jump off right now. I have been on for a little bit and my phone looks like it might be about to die soon. So I am going to jump off of here and I will see you all tomorrow. Have a good evening and a good day, because it's already like 2 a.m. for me. So have a good day, a good evening, and a good day. Good night. I am looking at... Oh, geez, why don't I have the thing to go off of here? Bye.